Hi, welcome to a video tutorial. We're going to look at the RSL Classical Grade 2 piece from Alexis Ffrench-Together at Last. A really nice little smooth little piece. Really love it. By the way, I'm sorry if you can hear like some noise in the background. Not the ideal recording environment here, but we can still do a good tutorial, so I apologise if there's some bumps or some road noise and things like that. So we're taking it, as I say, from the RSL syllabus, grade 2. Fantastic syllabus this is. Of course, you've got the AB RSM syllabus for classical piano, you've got the Trinity College, you've got the Guildhall syllabuses, but this one I'm a real big fan of because it's so contemporary. And the piece by Alexis Ffrench-Together at Last is a really excellent piece for memorising and for playing with real expression. It's a very modern piece, very contemporary classical. Some people would argue it's not classical. It's more sort of easy listening piano with influences of jazz and soul, R&B. Really cool track. So we're going to go straight into the tutorial. Hope you enjoy it. Please message me below if you have got any positive comments or any questions. I can help you out, no problem at all with any questions about the piece. I'll do my best to take you through some of the main points about this piece. It's a very lyrical piece from Alexis Ffrench. So enjoy. Now, I played that with obviously expression and quite rigidly really to the score as you would play it in the exam. There's a number of things you can do with it that's a little bit more expressive, which perhaps we'll come on to later, that you could do to really enhance a performance. But that's like a basic grade 2 performance. That should get a distinction, okay, like that, at that level. That's how you would expect a student to play it. So if you want to have a listen to that a few times, that'll be great. So what are some of the things that we could go through? Well, the first thing that's important about this piece is that first phrase. It gets repeated for the first sort of 16 bars, that idea, with a couple of variations. So I would suggest you practice getting this feel. Making sure that that semi-breve there in the second bar, these, that gets the full 4 counts, because there's no tempo marking. Espressivo con rubato. Play expressively with some movement. And that is what's sort of mentioned here in the piece. It's got a piano marking. So what we want to be able to do is play it with a little bit of a moving tempo. Not rigidly like a Baroque piece. You wouldn't go like this. That's not the right feel, but move the tempo around. And you notice my wrist here, I'm going to play a little bit more relaxed. I sort of like view it as a bit of a wave of the sea. It goes up and comes back down. So as you get to the top of the phrase, back down, and then again. Sorry. So I would rehearse that over and over again, that phrasing, and just get that phrase so you can play it really smooth. Use the finger patterns that are in the book. They are really spot on, actually. I wouldn't adjust any of them. Now this second section, sort of from bar 7, that's got a certain feel to it. It's still the same phrasing, but you've got this little rhythmic idea in the left hand. A lot of students will play this without counting that second bar. So we're talking about bar 8 of the phrase, right? They'll play it like this. And then just randomly put this left hand C in. But actually it should sound like this. 1. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1. You see that? So the left hand goes like this. It's very important that you get that rhythmic idea. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1. Like that as you go through it. And when you get good at that, it'll sound like that. Another problem with this you've got to be careful of is as you get to this part of the phrase, going straight into that and making that bar of 3/4, not 4/4. I'll show you what I mean. 1, 2, and 3, and 1. No, that is not right there. You've got to do this. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1. So you've got to hold that E for the 4th beat and then come in. Now the next section, sort of from 16, this is the next one you really want to look at. There's a subito mark. Sub in bar 17 means it's a shortened version of subito, and you suddenly go quieter because you've been kind of raising the volume throughout the first 16 bars, and at the end of the 16 bars you've kind of got this. Suddenly we're going quiet again. So again, practice this quiet like this. So that first time I did it, I didn't quite do that right because you want to start quite loud still and then go right down. And just take a little look at how I'm playing this. I'm holding the notes fully down, these chords. So we're talking about bar 18 here when we go 2, 3. Rest. 1, 2, rest. So you've got to make sure they're all elongated, that all the dotted minims are correct, all the minims are held for. Of course, you've got the pedal with this piece. You will not play this piece without the pedal. So you've got to make sure your pedalling is correct. What about pedalling? Well, make sure that you change it. You come up. Your pedal will come up as you change the chord. Up, down. Up, down. Up, down. You've got to rest, of course, in the right hand. For instance, bar 19 is like this. Rest, but the left hand is holding that C and that D chord throughout. So you will need to pedal on that beat 3 on the rest. Your pedal will need to come up, so you'd need to be like this. And that way, the pedal's up, you can still hear that being resonated, but the right hand has disappeared. If you just hold the pedal on through that, it won't sound right. You can still hear that G. So it needs to be pedal off. Oh, sorry, pedal down. So I'll do that again. the right notes this time. No, what am I doing? Pedal down. Pedal up, pedal down. Off. And those final 3 bars, really good pedal technique here you want. Pedal up, pedal up, pedal up, pedal up. Now I'm not saying the down because that would be too complicated to say, but on that bar 22, up, 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 down. So every time I go up, I'm coming back down again. Let the pedal ring, probably here. So, we've gone over a few of the key points of the piece there. Now, when you've warmed up in this piece, you can really start making it quite expressive. I'm going to go over the top a little bit here. Maybe, when I do this, because I'm an improviser, sometimes I flick in an extra note or two that I shouldn't. You know, I might go, you know, do something silly like that, and it just happens naturally. So I apologise if that happens as I'm about to record this. The first performance I did at the start of the video is really accurate to the notes, and I'm trying to do that here, but I might end up, when I'm kind of going for it, doing something silly. So